Hello everyone, my name is Orinoco and I'm here today to try to fix a Rotostart. I've already started to have a look at it because I thought let's have a look. So it's a brand new Rotostart made by FastTrax, come in a box and all that kind of stuff. Now I originally thought, because this come with one of the cars that I acquired last summer, and I thought this was the culprit. I thought this was broken, so I was waiting until I could be bothered to fix it. But the other day I thought, let's have a look. This is actually fine. The problem is the Rotostart itself. When I plugged the battery into it, nothing happened. Like, I pushed the button and the motor went whee by itself and nothing turned on the outside. So I took it apart and I found there's no pinion on the end of that motor. So what I'd done was, I thought to myself, well, where the bloody hell has the pinion gone? How does a pinion disappear? And then I remembered that the other half of it was in a bag. So I had a look, and there's a spring that I don't know what that's for. There is the pinion. There it is. Definitely seen better days. Not very happy with its current state of life. So I was having a look around in my little drawer of nuts and bolts. Not a lot of luck there. But then I had a look in the pinion drawer, which would be the more logical place to look for a pinion. I had a look in the pinion drawer, and there's a few here which may be of some kind of goodness. That one's a bit too big, that one's too fine of teeth. And then I came across this one, 11 tooths, which is, as far as I can count, there's no numbers on there, so I tried to count them and there seems to be 11. So we appear to be good there. So let's put that on there and see if it's actually gonna be any good. And if it is, we've fixed it. And then I'll just chop that connector off, solder on an XT60, so then I can use my batteries, because I haven't got any 7.4 volt, 7.2 volt batteries that with this connector. So I'll solder on an XT60 and then I'll have a Rotostart to use if I ever come across a car that needs a Rotostart. Because if you care to cast your mind back, my friends, when I had, what did I have? It was a Firestorm, I think, or something of that nature. And I didn't have a Rotostart. Well, I forgot all about that one there that was broken. I forgot all about it. I didn't have a Rotostart, so I used a drill, which is all fine and dandy, but it's a bit big and bulky, and you know, it's nice to have the proper stuff if you've got it. So I thought to myself, let's fix that. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's fix it, shall we? Let's put that pinion on and see if it's going to work. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is one important factor that we need to keep in mind when installing this new pinion. That is the mesh going to be any good? Because if the mesh is crap, it ain't going to last. You know, them teeth are going to just go, and they're going to fall off in no time, and then we'll be teethless again, and we'll have to get some false teeth or something like that. So we put that on there like that. Let's try and hold this bearing down. Now you see, it's not good. I don't know whether you can see that. Is my thumb in the way or what? Skipping. The mesh isn't going to be any good, man. It needs a bigger pinion. It needs to be bigger, but with the same teeth. And I don't know if I've got one, you know. I don't know if I got one. I don't know. That one would mesh, but that one's going to be far too big. Far too big, I tell you. I don't know. What's this one? Is that metal or plastic? I think it's metal. It's bigger. It's definitely bigger. 18 tooth pinion gear. Got an 18 tooth pinion gear here, but that I need 11. Otherwise the gearing will be wrong, you know. It'll turn it over too slow. Or too fast. But if the pinion is bigger, it'll be slower, won't it? I can't remember how that all works. I'm useless with gearing. If you have any questions about gearing, don't come to me, because I don't care. I just don't care. I just don't care. You know, put something together and forget about it. That's my logic in life. Put it together, as long as it works, forget about it. Whether the gearing is wrong, just don't care. Because if you care, you spend all day worrying about it. Anyway, I don't think that's going to work. It might work, but I don't think it will. Unless I can find a way of jamming that motor a little bit closer. What's this one here? This one. Are these teeth too fine? Them teeth are far too fine. Two of those teeth go in one of those tooths. That's no good. What's this one here? This one might be adequate. It's bigger. That'll mesh on there alright. Well, let's have a look. Oh, that might be. Oh, hello there, Jimmy boy. Yes, look at that. I don't know whether you can see that. That's a lot better. Well, I never. Don't know how many tooths is on that. I ain't going to count them either. It meshes. It don't skip. Right, that's the one we're going to use. Where's the grub screw? Has it got one in it? It has got a grub screw in it. Right, let's get an Allen driver. Let's do the grub screw up. Don't want that coming loose. Alright, grub screw is tight. That's on there. That ain't coming out. Right, happy days. Happy days, happy days. Righto, righto. Stick that on there. Oh my giddy aunt, springs come off. Put that on there. Don't you just love it when a plane comes together? Right. Before we do that, let's snip the plug off. I don't want to plug a battery into it and try and fire it up like that, because it'll be a nuisance to try. Well, it might work, but I'm not going to bother. It's either going to work or it ain't. I'm going to snip that off, fire up the soldering iron, solder on an XT60. I might have to extend the wires a bit, and just put it around here somewhere so I can like that. So bear with me. Let's fire up the soldering iron. Soldering iron is on. No, it's not. Why isn't it on? Wrong plug. That's why. Now the soldering iron is on. Right, let's have a look. While we're waiting for our soldering iron to warm up, look, we've got the old flux. There it is. Hello, Flux. How are you today? Leaded solder. None of this lead-free rubbish. Lead. Pair of snips. Side cutters. And some wire. Silicon wire. Lovely. Because I'm not going to be able to just snip it off and put the connector on the end. Reason being, well, I might be able to. Let's have a look here. What have we got? What am I going to need? I need a female. Because it needs to be a female. Because it needs to be inserted into by the male. That one will do. I've got a lot of females around because I used all the males to put on the batteries. So I've got these females here, look. There's a female. Stick that on there. I won't need any heat shrink because we're not doing wires. Right. See, I need to extend the wires, because if that is supposed to go in there. Is it like that or like that? I think it's like that, isn't it? Yeah, like that. That is supposed to go in there like that. Right. And this one now is not. Well, I don't think that's gonna. It might, you know. Holy moly, that might work. That might just slot in there nicely. Then I'll just better. Ooh, I might not have to snip the wires. Man, this it's almost as if FastTrax have designed it for this to happen. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh my giddy aunt! Look at that. That's going to be perfect. Well, there we go. I don't even need to do any of that other rubbish. Well, there we go, you know. Bloody perfect, that is. What I've got to do, snip the wires off, solder them onto that. The red one goes to the motor, negative one goes to, what the bloody hell that is. What is that? That's a switch. Interesting. Anyway, negative one goes there. Positive and negative, happy days. Cool. Bloody hell. That couldn't have gone much better, could it? Well, it ain't worked yet. It ain't worked yet, so it's can't be too celebratory just yet. Tell you what, that's good wire, that is. It makes a change when, you know, you get a product that's actually been manufactured with reasonably good quality wires. Normally these days, you know, you take anything apart and the wires are completely crap and, you know, just bad bloody quality, and you think to yourself, what bloody point is there of even having a go? Anyway, is the soldering iron on yet? It must be getting close. Let's jab a little bit of flux on that one, jab a little bit of flux on that one. Alright, might need to put them in the vise yet, but we'll see, we'll see. We'll see if I can get them together. A bit of tinnage. Come on, that's it. Breathe it in. Oh yeah, I can feel that lead going through my veins. Bloody hell. That's strong stuff, that. Right. I think my flux is out of date. It's not working very well. Right, let's stick that on there. So I could put heat shrink on that, you know, just to make it a bit more professional. Shall I put a bit of heat shrink on there? We'll make it a bit more professional. I mean, there's no need to because they're not going to touch anything. But let's get a bit of heat shrink out of here. I've got them all cut to size because I'm ahead of the game. You know what I mean? I'm an efficient machine. Oh, I've got two out. I didn't mean to get two out. Pardon me, that was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. That was rude of me. Didn't mean to burp. Well, I did mean to burp, but I forgot you were there. I thought it was on my own. Anyway. Right. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I'll do that one first. That'll go on there like that. Right, I'm going to move over. I'm going to move over to the vise, so excuse me for a moment. I couldn't get it to fit in the vise, I had to fanny around for a bit and just sort of, but it's there. Positive is positived. Negative is about to be negatived. Going there like that. Happy days, happy days. I'll heat that up a little bit. Hopefully that solder in there will melt. And what we'll do, I'll put that there like that. Right. This is what you call cock-handed soldering, yeah? It's what I'm all about. Everything I do is all about cock-handedness. Cock-handed soldering, you know. Piss off everyone. Yeah. But in my head, if it works, is there anything wrong with it? You know? If it works, have you done anything wrong? That's what I always say, you know. And I apply that to every application. Whether it's hobby, general life, work, you know. You know, I say that all the time to people, like to my boss or to people about it, and they say, why are you doing that? I say, well, it worked, didn't it? It got the job done. So if it worked and it got the job done, is it wrong? You know? And they've never got an answer back. No one has. Because if it works and you got the job done, is it wrong? That's the question I ask. Don't think it matters whether we have positive at the top or negative at the top, to be honest. I'll just twist that around a bit because that's how it was when I took it apart. The wire was twisted around. That slot in there. Don't think it matters whether the positive or negatives at the top or the bottom. I can't see why that would matter at all. The switch can go back in its little place. The top of that goes on there and just pushes on that. Right, then we got this. That goes that way round. That goes on there. The pinion's still there, isn't it? Yep, everything's still in there. I don't know what that spring's for. That was in here. I ain't got a clue what that's for. I'm hoping it's for something else. Because I ain't got an answer for that if it is for this. That can... Oh, I've got to put the top of this switch in here. It's weird, that, isn't it? Weird. Anyway. I don't think... Oh, you bastard. What a... Springs, man. Springs can be a bit of a pain sometimes. Let's get the screw in the top here. And at least if I get a screw in... Come on, you little bastard. That's it. If I get a screw in the top here, it'll hold that together then. And that little spring can't pop out. And we can get the rest of this to go. Now you see, I don't think don't know why that is. That's how that was. You can't see what I'm doing, so my apologies to you. But that wire there, it won't go together because the wire... I might have to do a little bit of fiddling. There's a wire in there, the positive and the negative. It's in the middle of it, and it won't go together, but it can't go nowhere else. So bear with me. Right, because the XT60 is slightly wider than that Tamiya connection, right? It won't quite go together all the way, but we can get all the screws in it and hopefully it will function the way it's supposed to. As long as it functions the way that it's supposed to, I don't care whether it goes all the way back together. This is just for me to use, for personal use. I'm not fixing it for anyone or, you know, selling it. This is for me to use, because if I acquire any cars that have a Rotostart, bollocks. Forgot to put the door on. If I acquire any cars that have a Rotostart, now I've got one that works. And I won't have to mess around with the drill's alright in here, in the garage, but taking a bloody drill out when I go out and about is a bit of a nuisance. So it's nice to have, you know, I can get them going. And I won't have to worry, well not worry, but I won't have to fanny around, you know. You know what I mean? Not to mention, the Rotostarts do go slightly quicker than a drill. But that don't usually cause any issues, you know. They usually start fine with a drill. Well, there we go, there's the battery door. It'll probably still even work, you know. The door will probably still work. Let's put all these screws in. Right, oh no, I've got one more. I thought that was the last screw. I've got one more screw after this one. And then we'll stick a battery in it and see if it's going to work. Hopefully I can get the battery in it. See, I'm thinking I better just slot the battery in. I'm thinking I'll just be able to open this. Oh, fucking hell. Oh no. That's it. I'm thinking I better open this door and then just slot the battery in the connector. Hopefully it works that way. Be funny if it don't, wouldn't it? Bloody hell. One more screw. I did invest in an electric screwdriver, but I put it away and I can't bother to get it out. So, so I found myself still using a normal screwdriver. Oh well, these things happen. Right. Right. Let's just grab the first battery what's on the shelf. Put that in there. Bloop. And then do that. That needs to go that way around. It's going to be a bit fiddly. Yes, I think it's on. Oh yes, it works. Put the end on. Oh yeah, it's gone quicker. Do you hear that? All of a sudden it went quick then. This battery is probably not the best charge though. Got another one here. That will fit in there, yeah, that'll fit in there. So I've got two now. I've got one and I've got a spare. Nice. But that one goes with that one. And that just clips in the bottom there like that. Right. Now I've got a working Rotostart. And I've got a spare jibbity jab for the end. Happy days. Well, that was a success. Let me tidy up this mess. Alright, now there we go. So I dare say there'll be some of you out there that probably thinking or whatever you know, maybe you had eagle eyes and you see the amount of teeth was different. I don't care. The fact is it works. Whether it's going to be good enough to start an engine, I don't know. We'll find that out. I mean, that's what it's all about. Just trial and error. That's what life's all about. Problem solving. I've solved a problem. Now it works. Whether it's any good, I don't know. But it's the only pinion I had that actually fitted and meshed up. So whether it's too big or too small, I don't know. Don't care. But it works now. So that's the only thing that I care about. And all I've got to do with it, it's just easy. It's just like having a Tamiya on it. I just do that, unplug it, out the battery comes, you know. Now I can use any one of my batteries, because the only battery I had that had the Tamiya connection on it was for the Mardave mini stocks, and that's 4.8 volts. Well, I put the 4.8 volts one in it, not in this one, in the other Rotostart I had a long time ago that I sold, and it didn't have enough guts to turn the engine over quick enough to start. So obviously these are designed for 7.2, and that's what it needs. So now I can use any one of my batteries. I can even stick the 2S LiPo in it and it'll work. So got all the right connections on it. Sweet. I'll see you lot on the next one. All the best. If you have any requests, any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll do my best to help you the best I can. I do get a little bit, I feel a little bit sorry for some of you lot though. Recently I've had a spate of foreigners, people from different countries asking me questions on messages on Instagram. They don't speak very good English and I can't quite decipher what they're on about, and they send pictures and this and that and I can't work out what they're talking about. So I do only speak English, you know, and I try and translate in different languages and it all just comes up gobbledygook and it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so there we go. I'm considering doing repairs, by the way. I've had a lot of people, they ask me for advice, and then when I give them the help, they can't be bothered to do it themselves, so they just say, can you fix it for me? And I don't normally like that kind of thing, because I don't like the pressure. Not pressure, I don't care about pressure, but I don't like being relied on, you know what I mean? Someone's relying on me to fix it, and people are like, oh, I'll meet you somewhere. I don't want to meet no one anywhere to fix anything, you know. I want to do it in my own time. I don't want to be, you know, I don't want people coming, meeting anybody in any car parks going, oh, I'm fixing this, because I don't like that. But I'm considering thinking maybe, you know, if you want me to fix your car, get it to run or do anything like that, get your car to run if it won't run. I'm not fanning around with gearboxes and diffs and stuff, but if you want me to try and get your car to run, maybe the engine won't start or you can't get it to run very well or something, I'm thinking about maybe you can post it through the PO box. You cover all the postages, and then I'll have a look. If I can do it, happy days, I'll send it back, and if not, whatever. Thinking about that, but there's a lot of nonsense that come with it, because there's a lot of people in the world that just want everything done there and then, you know what I mean? I'm not like that. I'm just a person. But anyway, happy days, you lot. I'll catch you lot on the next one. All the best. As I say, treat everyone equally, love life. You only get one, so have your best shot at it. You might as well be happy in the one life you do get. No point in having a miserable life, and then you've wasted it, didn't you? See you later.